Welcome back to another episode of the Glory Hunter Career Mode here on FC24, and where today we are going to go ahead and switch over from Lyon in the French League now over to the Bundesliga here with Bayer Leverkusen. We are going to look to win everything we possibly can with Bayer Leverkusen in the Germany League here. Obviously, I went ahead and just went to them before the end of the season just to show y'all the table and see where they finished. They finished in second with 34 obviously games played, 22 wins. They finished on second by 6 points to Bayern Munich. We are going to look to do what Xabi Alonso did in real life, or is doing in real life, I should say, and try and replicate their invincible run, their amazing run that they've doing so far. Boniface is their go-to striker at the moment, 30 goals out of him. Awar has played 37 goals for them, despite being 66 overall, 13 goals for him. They actually have a very good team. I did go ahead and bring in Mr. Vitaroku already. I already went ahead and bought him in for, what was it, 42 million. So he will be coming over with us. Like I said, he will go to every single club. And looking at our trophy wall, we have completed England. We have completed France. We have completed the Conference League. Now we are going over to Germany to try and win the Bundesliga, the DFB Pokal, and then obviously the Champions League. Seeing as they finished in second, this team will be in Champions League from the start of next season. And talking about lifting stuff on the trophy next season, it's a year of the World Cup in the summer, the 2025 or the 2026 World Cup. We will get to that. That will obviously be at the end of the season in the Bundesliga, and that will be its own separate video. So we have a long way to go there, but we got to get a nation, we got to get a team to represent for that. So we're going to have to look at these international offers coming up very shortly. Let's go and get into the new season. Let's see how much money we have to spend, and let's see what we can do with this team to try and make it even better and look to win the Bundesliga and the Champions League. We're in the Champions League for the first time this season for this series. Go and leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy some of this Glory Hunter, if you enjoy us going over to Bayer Leverkusen. We have 2 leagues left to go after this if we do conquer the Bundesliga, that is, of course. We obviously have Spain and Italy have been untouched. We still have to win the Euros in about 2 years after this year. It's the start of the new season, and we only have 58 million to spend. That is not good enough. Let's go and look at the team, though. Let's go into the team management. Now, they did have a default 3-back because that is what they play in real life, is a default 3-back. And in fact, let me go ahead and simulate just a couple days more. Let me simulate just 1 or 2 more days. That way I can get Vitaroku into the team. And here he is. Vitaroku will replace Richarlison in that starting 11. We are going to go ahead and play a 5-back. That way Grimaldo and Frimpong can play on the wing-back positions there and just go up forward, go inverted, do what they need to do. We have Florian Wirtz, a 90 overall there. He is kind of the marquee player of this team. We have Lisandro Martinez, who is a 87 overall center back. The only problem with him, he's 5'10". In real life, it's not that, in real life, it's been not that bad, but he's also been bad, part of a terrible Man United team. We have Mancini all well here, and then we also have Casemiro with Frimpong. Puerta, now, I am going to have to make some changes in that midfield. I think Xhaka might have to go. 32 years old, honestly not bad. 83 overall, not bad. It's his pace that is going to be crucial and part of this team, so we kind of gonna have to look for a replacement for him. He could still stay here, but I don't know how much he's gonna be able to play. Obviously, I think the striker position is good. I think the front 3 with Roku, Boniface, and Wirtz is perfectly fine. I think a midfield duo is what we need, and possibly a center back to maybe replace Mancini or Casemiro. And I'm honestly thinking about trying to bring in a new goalkeeper as well. Hirodeki is 35 years old. Team doesn't need much work, so that 58 million, we're not going to spend a whole bunch of it. We're not going to need a lot more of it. And the first signing is probably one of the most crucial signings. We are bringing in Aaron Ramsdale in from Arsenal. Now, obviously, in real life, it's looking like he's on the outs of Arsenal come the summertime, playing possibly his last game against Brentford since David Raya, his replacement, couldn't play, since he's currently still on loan only. But Aaron Ramsdale, he's not getting any game time at all these last couple of months. and it might be time for him to leave Arsenal if he wants to continue playing and continue having a option for that England national team. So we are going to go ahead and bring him in. We did bring him in for 29 million plus one of the other keepers. It wasn't Hirodeki. It was Hirodeki's backup that was actually worth more because Hirodeki is obviously older. So it was him. It was Cover plus 29 million. His contract was expiring, so we got him a little bit cheaper than normal as well. His market value is around 40 to 50 million. So we'll take that happily. Welcome to the club, Aaron Ramsdale. We bring in a free agent youngster in Lambert. Patrice Lambert. He's a center mid. He's just be kind of a backup option. Kind of, honestly, he might not even play that much, to be honest. He might just play some simulation games. But he'll come into the team for free just to boot the squad. That just that little bit more. Now, one of the main one of the main players that we do bring in for that center midfielder position is going to be Seawald over from Leipzig. He'll join the squad for 28.56 million. That'll be a big chunk of our budget now gone as well for one of the midfielders. He could pair alongside Xhaka just nicely. We might have to sacrifice Xhaka's pace just for his great play styles. And to add more midfield support, this player could replace Xhaka. Felix Nemecha, he will join from Dortmund for the season as a center mid. He could obviously replace Xhaka, and he might even start instead of Xhaka. Him and Xhaka might be switching out a little bit more, but that's our midfield duo at least covered for the moment. I don't think we touch our back line, and honestly, I don't think we touch our strikers. I think we just touch the bench a little bit, try and get that boosted up as much as we can. We don't have that much money to do a lot, but we could try and find more loan moves to bring in more players into the team, because we obviously don't need a left mid, or maybe, actually, a left mid could stay there. It's the first game of the season. No more transfer business has been concluded, so we just move on quickly to the first game of the season against VfL Bochum. We are going to jump into our first home game as well. Roku, Boniface, Vert, Xhaka, Nemecha, Gramado, Martinez, Mancini, Castanulu, Frimpong, and Ramsdale is the first starting 11 to put out. Let's go and see if we can start this season strong and begin our Bundesliga campaign with a win. Widick on the first free kick of the game for Bochum. It comes to nothing. Gramado now will clear to Mancini. That's not the player you want on the counterattack, but he'll find Boniface. This is the player you do want. The top goal scorer for Leverkusen last season, and he might score the first goal of the season. No, he will not. It's a good save by their keeper, and we get our first corner of the game. It's Wirtz to put it in. It's Nemecha to head it in. No, Deloney just misconnected on the ball. Out wide to Frimpong now. Crossed in into Roku, saved by the keeper and out for a corner. Thankfully, nothing came of that, and we might be able to hit them on their own counterattack now. It's Granit Xhaka. It's out wide to Gramado. It's a cross into Wirtz. Touch, shot, missed. Wirtz just can't score. Wirtz just cannot score. Victor Roku gets off a poor pass into Boniface, and Boniface is going to take it himself. Save, Wirtz, surely don't miss that one. He doesn't. Finally, Florian Wirtz gets on the score sheet. It's 1-0 for Bayer Leverkusen. And after 60 minutes of constant attack, we finally get the breakaway goal. I nearly passed this to Wirtz. Technically did pass it to him. He got the rebound, and I thought he was going to hit the post, to be honest. I really did. But that is 1-0 for Leverkusen here. Into Richarlison. Richarlison into Wirtz. Wirtz over the top for Roku. First time finish from Roku! And the man can't stop scoring. He's on fire at Lyon. He's on fire to start his career here at Bayer Leverkusen. It's 2-0, and that should be enough to get the win. Loses a ball, but that should be game over. Our first game of the season. It's a 2-0 win over VfL Bochum. They're actually going to let him play this out. Wow, it might be 2-1. It might be 2-1. Beto, Ramsdale saves, Mancini will clear, and that will be that. A 2-0 win in our first game of the season. Victor Roku and Florian Wirtz on the score sheet. Second game of the season, and we're going to go ahead and play this one as well to end the episode off here at Molten Road against that team. I don't know where it is. I don't want to go back because I made a change. We have Roku and Boniface both starting at striker. It's an unchanged 11 besides the fact Seawold is starting instead of Nemecha. Other than that, let's get into the game. Let's see if we can go a perfect 2 for 2. as we look into the next month of this career mode as we look to win the Bundesliga. Mancini wins the ball. Mancini will clear it now. Wirtz, he has Roku with them. Roku, the youngster, he's in behind already. Can he get his second goal of the season? Yes, he can. Victor Roku is on fire still. And that's now 1-0 for Bayer Leverkusen. That's 2-2 for Roku. For Charleston, nobody's going to close him down, so he's going to take the shot off the crossbar into the back of the net, and the Pigeon gets his first goal of the season. It's 2-0 for Leverkusen. And really against the run of play, we double the lead. Nobody wanted to close him down, so he just took the shot. It comes off the crossbar into the back of the net, and it's 2-0 for Bayern. Florian Wirtz. Boniface over the top for Richarlison. Back to Boniface. Now switching the field over to Frimpong. A touch, then crossed in for Richarlison. He'll touch, he'll control, he will finish. He's hitting all the woodwork. He'll hit the left side post and he'll go into the back of the net. 3-0 for Bayer Leverkusen. And what turned out to be a tight game has opened up nicely, and we take control. And we are going to pick up our second win of the season. Boniface now into Wirtz. Wirtz, he'll thread that into Richarlison. He wants a hat trick. He will get his hat trick. Richarlison off of the bench. A 4-0 win. A hat trick for the Pigeon. And we win our second game of the season. Winning 3-0 on both games. Actually, no, not 3-0 at all. We won 2-0 the first game, 4-0 this last game. We start the season off perfectly. When we come back, we will have this September month plus Champions League that will be in here at some point, either on the 23rd or 24th. We also have RB Leipzig, and then the beginning of the DFB Pokal in October. I will see y'all for that one next episode on Monday. Enjoy your weekend, and peace out.